welcome to the Aching Dreams 3 tutorial. I am your host, Hentai Cook, and you can email me at hentaicook@hentaicook.com. Let's get started. Okay, I am going to run us through the stuff at a basic level. This is the map screen. The orange areas represent wax that you can remove to move into the area. You can't move in there until you remove the wax. Different areas give you items. So the barracks is one of the most important areas in the game because it has ammo. But it also has a higher risk. So risk versus reward kind of scenario here. The difficulties do change. They fluctuate. So we'll get back to that in a bit. Let's just go ahead and assign our characters and get started. The game starts you off with the randomly assigned damage to your characters. This is a story screen. Unfortunately, it's not yet fully implemented, so we will just skip this for now. Battle preparations. You can set where you want the characters to be positioned at the screen. I like to have Carmen at the far end because the farther ends happen to take more damage, so you generally do not want your higher precious characters. You don't want them to be out on the sides, okay? Okay. I'm going to assign them weapons now. This may be a bad example, but praise the RNG gods because these sort of things happen. So Veronica is good at machine pistol, so I could have her using the machine pistol, but today is special because I'm just going to have everybody use assault rifle. The assault rifle is special because if you start using it, it's a bit of a tactic to use it because I'll get to that in a bit, huh? Sorry. Let's just get started. This looks good. Let's begin. These zombie heads are rats, and we do apologize for the inconvenience. Wait. So, these two characters have pretty shitty skills when it comes to assault rifle, but we can buff that with the captain if you are using the captain soldier class, which is recommended for newbies. With his maximum firepower, he can have everybody set to a very high skill level. Maximum firepower! Okay. And to complement this, if you want to use the assault rifle, if you fire the assault rifle in this game, a Mike Moose bot will come out and kill you. So it's generally not advised to fire the assault rifle because there's a random chance that the bot will come out. In order to mitigate that chance, you can use the K-Dig frequency jammer, which disrupts the bot from being dispatched. That's nice. Gonna try to get that weapon fly text to go a bit slower, but seems good so far. Elaine has a power called System Shockwave. Okay, well maybe I should just start with the basics here. Okay, you can fire in this game like that. See. Pistol ammunition is infinite, so in general you want to be using the pistol ammo as much as possible. And stamina is a regenerating resource. It's a renewable resource. So it would behoove you to use that in lieu of ammo. Whoops, did not want to do System Shockwave. Vibro Barrier, right. So Vibro Barrier is good against rats, or zombie heads if you will, because it fortifies all of the defenses so that when the zombie rats touch the barricade, they will vibrate at a high frequency and die. You can double click, I think. There we go. That's fast forward. You can double click to simply attack the enemy. It's a very convenient feature. Okay. Day 3. So, the difficulty used to be +7, but the game randomly increases that or decreases that by -3, +3, or 0. So, we have Bad Luck. The barracks is now a difficulty of 10, but there are other areas on the station that we could gain resources from. The mall, for instance, has scavengeable goods, as you can read there. And the slums have decreased to -10, which is the lowest value it can be. It wouldn't be a good idea for me to go here because I still need to get a lot of resources, because the game, it's an early game strategy. You need to try to get as much resources as possible, and then later in the game you can go to the easier areas. Okay, so let's walk us through how this stuff works. It seems pretty damn self-explanatory. I'm sorry to insult your intelligence. So let's get down to the nitty-gritty, huh? Cooking generates stamina. Repair will generate barricades, which you can check on the stats page. Entertainment will recover morale, and medical will recover health. If you have a character that is not resting, that character does not gain anything. So, for instance, Veronica will not gain stamina because she is on guard duty. Chara will not gain stamina because she is cooking. Only the people that gain anything are the people that are resting, of course. What else do you do? Let's see. So, morale works in a very simple but effective way. If any character has under 40 morale, they have a skill penalty of 20% drop. So they'll become less effective at whatever you can do, guard duty or other skills. But everybody loses morale at 10 a day. It's a flat 10. It's been a flat 10 for years, I guess, and it's pretty cool. Really, has never changed. But yeah, let's continue. I need to assign 4 guards for tonight, and I'm over by 1. So I might have Olga on repair because she is the best repair mechanic, that is, at 100 skill. Or I could, but then that would probably have an overflow. So that wouldn't be strategically wise. Instead, let's have her on guard duty tonight. And since Isabel is also on guard duty, Isabel can buff Olga and Veronica because Isabelle has the same power as the captain, the maximum firepower skill, which will allow these characters that can't shoot worth a damn to shoot worth a damn. Food, right. Who should do food? Okay, so these blue bars, the middle of the blue bar represents the average that you will receive from, that the character will receive from resting tonight. There's the maximum value, the minimum value. One important thing to note that may seem retarded is that it doesn't overflow. So, for instance, if we got lucky today and Beatrice healed past full, the excess stamina would not go to any character. It would just be wasted. So, that seems a little bit retarded. It's like, well, why doesn't she just let someone else eat? But it's actually, it makes for pretty good gameplay, and I am willing to say okay with that. I'm perfectly fine with the fact that it's a little bit retarded because it incentivizes good play. That seems to be the thing with indie games nowadays. People are more accepting that game design is key. Let's continue. I'm going to go ahead and assign the characters their best weapons. However, that would run us into a problem. The problem being that we don't have a very diverse selection of weapons. Isabelle's character is special in that all of her skills are the same, 80 for all the guns. But since she can do maximum firepower, it does allow us a little bit of leeway in terms of what gun to assign to which character. So I guess we'll go with that. Right. Olga and Larissa are characters that like to be in the middle because they have special powers that allow them to attack most effectively from the middle. I think I'm okay with this. Yeah, we're gonna have Larissa in the bottom middle, the third one, because she has a little bit more health and it's a bit more precious to make sure that a very wise character such as Olga doesn't get injured. I forgot where I decided to stay inside today. I forgot where I was staying in the map today, so I'm not sure what difficulty this is at. It seems pretty difficult. Luckily, we have Olga and her black hole power. Really, just right off the bat. Yep. The black hole power allows you to suck in the first enemy it hits. I guess it just does infinite damage to that guy, and, well, he's out of the station, so the black hole sucked that T-Rooster away because he is a problem. Next, since we did that, this allows Larissa to use her monomolecular whip on this enemy. Note that it seemed pretty perfect. That hit was actually pretty amazing, wasn't it? I mean, look at this. So yeah, the whip has a certain quantifiable range. It looks very sexy, I know. The farther you have it away from the barricades, the more damage it does. Why? Because it's stupid when players do this. They just wait for the enemies to hit the barricades and then, okay, we'll just throw the whip at it. Nope, you have to play smart. So that's why the farther away it is from X, the more damage it does. So this is a very good damage hit. Okay. I think I screwed that up. Round 2, no enemies. kill command, we can buff Fluoris's damage. I'm gonna go ahead and do that. I think this will do the trick. Okay. I was in the hangar. Okay, that's why it was that easy. Let's go back into the barracks and make things difficult again. So, what you usually want to do when it comes to generating resources for your team is that you want to look for the one with the value that needs the most. So, the most empty of bars. And it looks like it's stamina, although health is very hard to regenerate. Right, I should get into that. So, barricades are very easy to regenerate, so it's okay if you get hit. But if you get hit past that, then it becomes extremely risky. There's a certain order of things in this kingdom, and that order is that the barricades are the cheapest and easiest to recover. Next would be morale and stamina. And stamina is the powers, of course. And then after that, it's the bullets that you rarely ever get back. And then finally, the health. If you lose health in this game, it's pretty bad because, well, I can show you. So, Veronica has a 100 stat in medical, while Tara has a 100 in cooking, and Olga has a 100 in barricade repairs. Let's take a look at how they do in the best of their fields. As you can see here, Olga will do 100, Tara does 80, and Veronica does a maximum of 40. It's abysmally bad for medics, but it's okay. Because that's what makes the game fun. I guess I'd rather have Beatrice cooking. Let's begin. Zoe's character is a very good character to use if your barricades are low. Unfortunately, that's not the case here. But she essentially gets free damage when she is at risk, really. She's kind of crazy like that. And she is also the only character with a 100 in pistols and magnums. So you should reserve the magnum for her. She really likes the magnum. Right. It's important to know all of your character's powers, and you can do that in the base where there's a dossier, so you can check that out at your leisure, or you could just memorize it. Pretty sure there's going to be more than these enemies. Sorry about that. going to use Zoe's fire preparators. Isabel casted maximum firepower, which buffs these character skills. And I believe Veronica can get this shot. Yes. Is that it for enemies? It is still a beta, so that might have been a bug, because that was pretty damn easy. Whoops. Okay, so let's go into energy. So, if you try to remove a wax, it will cost you 5 energy to attempt to move a wax. It's a 25% chance, and it's completely random. So I got pretty lucky right there in that I was able to do it on the first try. I didn't even want to stay there, but the mall is a pretty nice place to stay if you want to stock up on supplies, which it has a lot of. The next would be the office, I guess. The hangar is pretty nice too. The difficulty here never fluctuates, and it's where you can regenerate 25 energy at a time. So since the captain is here and since Carmen is here, it's a good idea to do their combo, which is that she does K-Dig frequency jammer so that the mic moose bots don't come out, and the captain uses the maximum firepower to buff the skills of these other characters that can't shoot with the assault rifles. Carmen is also a very good character play along with either of these two characters, Larissa and Olga, because Carmen has a special taunt. And we'll get into that very soon. Alright, now we got some action. These are the Mike Moose bots. They're the only character enemies in the game that fire at range. Olga, we can do her 1210 megawatts of some shockwave in order to remove all of their shields. That might be a good idea. Or I could simply take them out with assault rifles, since I've already prepped to do that. Kind of a tough choice. I guess we'll use Olga's power. Next turn though. She also has a monomolecular whip that Larissa has as well. Except Olga's power comes with lightning, because she's just really good at what she does. Alright, let's try to trip some damage here, huh? Using Larissa. Both Larissa and Carmen have a taunt ability. A taunt ability is where you can drag the enemies into a different lane. And it's where the game kind of begins. Alright, and then I'm going to use the molecular whip, and that's not close enough. Whoops. Thankfully, some actions in this game do not require that the player expends their action. So this is just as effective. Unfortunately, I can't push this guy to this square very easily, not without some some effort. So I'm just gonna do the mono whip. Good chunk of dam. And I guess since I already did that, we can't really do the the shield disabler. Oh boy. Okay. K-Dig frequency jammer and maximum firepower. Let's go for sticky blast for now. Right. All captain classes have the sticky blast. Sticky blast makes them stay in place. Alright, let's get this gun show on the road, huh? Maximum firepower buffs. Taunt moves this guy up here, and we're going to use Carmen's attract mode, which is just like Taunt, except it only moves one square at a time, and it costs 3 stamina to do. It's kind of expensive, but it's something that Carmen just ends up using all the time. Huh? And lay into these guys. I'm worrying about econ too, so try to take out these guys with pistols. I kind of want to wait for the game to get more exciting before leaving you like this. So, yeah. I'm kind of getting through this in a breeze, really. It's pretty easy at the moment, for me at least. I mean, that seemed like a pretty complicated amount of turns. It's nice because the game is not that complex to learn, but when it comes to strategy, it can be a lot because you have a lot of things to do. You have to make sure that you assign the right characters to guard duty, and you have to always ascertain risk. The game starts you off with limited resources, and these are the resources that you have for the entire game. There's never a point where the game says, okay, you are back to full. Never. And that's what makes this game unique. There's never a point. When you start the game is how much you have at the very beginning. I'm trying to generate ammo at the moment. Right. Let's get some food. Barricades took a little bit of a hit last time. We could put Zoe on this too, but I'd rather just have her regenerate stamina. One more guard than I wanted. Since we have Isabel out on the field, I'm going to have Beatrice cook instead. So my two choices in that matter were Veronica or Beatrice. Well, I could have had Isabel cook, but I would rather choose between Veronica and Beatrice because I know I can appraise the characters, and I feel that it's much more worth it to put Isabel out in the field. And Beatrice, she's always out in the field, so by having her not on the field having Veronica on the field, I can buff Veronica's skill level. Okay. Hope that made sense. Let's continue. So, Olga's not very good with magnums, but we're gonna have her use that anyways. Or assault rifle is nice to use. It's a tough choice because if I use the assault rifle, it's a very high risk that we'll run into Mike Moose bots. That'll make it more exciting, I guess. So, it's high risk, high reward to use the assault rifle without a K-Dig frequency jammer. Although Olga does have her own moderate type of jammer. The system shockwave comes with a jammer on its own. Looks good. These are the Kevlasauruses. Couldn't really think of a good name, but Kevlar. Please don't sue me. Big healers. I don't know what to tell. I don't know what to say. We just inverted the colors and kind of just went with this. I wasn't high when I drew these guys. Although I was laughing the whole time, I promise. Okay. Now is a good time for System Shockwave. Yes, now. It's a lot of shields down. Maximum power buffs everybody's skills, and we take out the remaining shields with Veronica's machine pistol. Right, each gun in the game has a unique ability to it. The machine pistol is unique in that it does a lot of shield damage, as well as it pushes the enemy for free, really. Although certain enemies, like the Kevlasaurus, has a very high push resistance value. Meanwhile, the shotgun can push the enemies backwards. This is a very good thing to have, and it makes the shotgun ammo quite precious in this game. Oh, look who decided to show up. Wow. Looks like I should have saved that System Shockwave for next turn. Oh well. So, the enemies move at a random value assigned to them within their limit. I believe last time I checked, the Kevlasaurus can move anywhere from 0 to 4 spaces in one turn. So, we are at risk right here. If the Kevlasaurus manages to attack the barricade and pass through it, he'll do health damage, and that's very bad for Veronica. So let's make sure that doesn't happen. Stella has the adrenaline shot, which grants her another turn on top of the turn she's already taken. I think that'll conclude it for today's tutorial. I hope you guys enjoyed that, and we will stop pressing 6 and end the video now. Thank you!